All right, Mr. Holshaw. Who is your client, your case?
Juan Rios.
All right, can I see the file on Juan Rios, please?
You want Mr. Rios?
Yes. All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2023 CR 6483, State of Texas versus Juan Carlos Rios. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Daniel Escobar with the state of Texas.
for the defense?
Joseph Holster for Mr. Rios.
And are you Mr. Rios?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and thank you for always addressing appropriately for court. You always do, though. I appreciate that. All right, so let's take up this first. First, counsel, you retained, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. So you had filed a motion for the appointment of an expert, and the court will note that this was not under seal, so that's why it's not ex parte. So if you want to present your evidence as far as your client's ability to afford an expert.
Yes, Your Honor. Before I was hired, Mr. Rios had hired another attorney, one of whom, well, two other attorneys, one of whom had written his bond. And so we've exhausted his funds. We consulted with Mr. Castle, the expert we're proposing to have appointed at this point, out of our fee. And we're using him as a consulting expert. But as it's become clear to us that this case is going to trial, which initially we had hoped it wouldn't without getting into the evidence. But so I had held off on requesting funds from the court. But at this point, Mr. Rios is tapped out. And so I'll have him present some testimony, but that's why we're asking for the $3,500, which I would point out is what Mr. Castle has estimated should be sufficient to carry him through trial and testimony. And really, it was at the last setting that I think we reached a point where we exhausted our plea options and knew that this was going to become a trial case. I would also point out to the court that this was transferred. So I know it's a little bit older, but it's not this court's fault. And so there was a lot of things going on that kind of delayed the case. So that's why I'm asking at this point.
Okay, and not to ask you to give away your trial strategy or anything, but it's not in the motion. Can you tell me or give me a general idea of what his expertise is?
He's an accident reconstructionist. We expect that he'll probably agree on most points with the state's expert. That my client didn't cause the accident, and that's what we're going to be calling him for is on causation.
All right, and has he already started to work on the case?
Yes, like I said, we did pay him to consult out of the fee, so that amount should be sufficient to carry us all the way through trial because we paid for most of his work and analysis.
All right, and has he completed his review of everything or not?
He's reviewed everything. He has not written a report at this point.
All right, and how long do you think it will take him to write his report?
I believe that we should have the report within hopefully 2 weeks is what he's estimating, as long as he doesn't end up testifying in another trial.
Oh. And I'm assuming state, it's really not in your purview to object. It's for me, but I'm assuming the state would have no objection. All right, so that will be granted. And what I'll do is, just in case, I'll set it at $4,500. And if
Okay.
there's an issue, then you have to come back and you'll have to give me more information.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And so the court is, for the record, the court is finding that Mr. Rios cannot afford the expert. And so the court will grant your motion and the funds are not to exceed $4,500 without approaching the court again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now, the next thing, state has filed a motion for continuance. Are you in objection to the motion for continuance?
I have to object to the motion.
All right, I understand. State.
Judge, so one of our necessary witnesses informed the state on Monday that she was to be out of state starting from Monday to Thursday. When asked what time she would come back on Thursday, she said not until the very late afternoon, about 4:35. Her unavailability at that time means that there are other witnesses that they told us that they would be unavailable, but she's primarily the person that, due to the witness order and due to not being really able to present things out of order, we needed her earlier in proceeding.
All right, so this case has been in this court since March 2024. The court is not gonna note for the record that defense, your expert doesn't have the report repaired. This is the state's first motion for continuance that I'm aware of, at least while this case has been pending in this court. Have there been any other motions for continuances?
No, not to my knowledge.
All right, I'm gonna grant the state's motion for continuance. And at the next setting, both parties need to be prepared to proceed. All right, and if there's an issue with your expert's reports not being ready, that's a different matter.
That'll be on us, Judge. Thank you.
All right, so how much time are you all asking for?
Judge, 30 to 45 days. I mean, she's gonna be back on Thursday, so I don't think that issue is gonna be present. And then once we get a date, we can call all our witnesses and make sure they're all certain.
All right, and how much time do you think your expert will need? Do you need to call them?
I think 35 to 45 days should be fine. We had checked on his availability. And I'll double check, of course, and if there is a conflict, I'll let you know immediately. The only conflict he immediately identified would be over the next couple of weeks.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date on this case, the 30 to 45 day mark.
I can do December 10th.
December 10th. How long do you, well, let me look at that. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
2 to 3 days after picking a jury judge.
Okay.
Ballpark.
All right, December 10th it is then. All right, we'll be back here on December 10th. What's gonna happen on that day? We'll do jury selection and then the court will hear whatever witnesses.
Thank you.
All right.
And
All
I'm
right,
gonna-
just sign the reset form and then you're excused.
We'll do,
And you can get a copy of the motion from the clerk.
and I'll double check Mr. Castle right now
All right,
before I
thank you.
leave.
So I'm being told that they're here in the building, but she's very terrified about coming up here. I've implored her to get up here.
How much she needs to come in?
Judge, I have for the last half hour. So this is, if you will allow me, I have a client at my office right now that I need to talk to. Can I be excused?
Well, do me a favor, if you will let her know that if she's not in here in 5 minutes, that a warrant is going to be issued.
I've already told her that.
Okay,
I literally texted her that
okay,
you're wanting to know where she's at. She's late and the warrant's about to go out.
okay,
Verbatim.
all right.
So.
Well, you can,
I will be close by and I do have my phone and I know the court, Norma knows how to get in touch with me. I'm not gonna play this game with her, not with the court.
yeah, no, well, I'm gonna issue a judge's warrant
Okay,
and I will remind her with the stop on. So I'm taking a file on, I'm sorry.
Tony Morado.
Morano. All right, let's just put this on the record briefly.
Sure.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 8639, State of Texas versus Tony Morado. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
James Tochi for Miss Morado, Judge.
All right, this was set this morning. Miss Morado was going to do a UA. The court is in receipt of those results as well as defense in the state and probation. She was supposed to be back here at 1:30. I think both parties have received information that she has left where she did the UA on Kamal Street. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge. In fact, I'm in phone contact with her and my understanding is she's actually in the building, according to her. And is very scared to come up here. And I've explained to her that she's likely to be taken into custody. I've also explained to her that we're talking about some options potentially. It could be good for her. I have implored her to come up here several times via text message. I've gotten no response other than we're here in the building. I'm trying to get her up there. He's her boyfriend too. And so far, I have not yet seen her. I've not gone down there, but I plan to in the next couple minutes.
All right, state.
State's requesting a judge's warrant.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant and remand your client without bond. If your client shows, we'll get in contact with you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
The judge just said her case.
You're so, that's funny.
Making sure you listen.
Abel Favala,
That's right.
court is calling 2024 CR 5304, State of Texas versus Abel Favala. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett after the state, Your Honor.
Defense,
Renee Munoz.
are you Mr. Favala?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Favala, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Favala, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in paragraph A and B?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, just a moment. Yes. In paragraph A and paragraph B,
Yes, ma'am.
range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
No.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
That is correct, Judge.
Mr. Favala, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution, if any, to Adrian Rodriguez, and there's to be a drug court evaluation. Did you understand that to be the plea?
No.
Defense, is that the plea?
That's correct, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 8 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, no contact with Adrian Rodriguez and Keanee, Keanee, Noel Martin, and 100 hours of community service restitution and a substance abuse treatment facility. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No country.
Any evidence, state?
Yes, Your Honor. State exhibit number 1 with all this attachments.
No objection.
All right, and state, have you had contact with complainants?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Did you review the document entitled waiver, consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after hearing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We're asking for the court to follow the plea bargain agreement, Your Honor. It's our understanding that the state of Texas attorneys did reach out to the complaining witness. And according to them, they're wanting him to get some treatment, some help, Judge. This is an individual that I believe is needing of that help. I did explain to him, and I know that in the plea paperwork, there was a recommendation for referral for felony drug court. And I did explain with my clients what that would be looking for, or that would be consisting of moving forward, Judge, and that if the court, this honorable court does order that he needs to meet with that program because they're essentially wanting to help him get access to these resources and treatment, Judge. Before this instance, the client was living on the streets and was homeless. However, he has been in the past coordinated with Haven for Hope and has followed rules and regulations there. But we're hopeful that the court entertain this deferred adjudication so that he can get back on the right path. And I told him what things may be looking like moving forward, and he's in agreement that he'll do whatever this court recommends so he can be successful, Judge.
All right, so what is your drug? issue?
Heroin.
Heroin? How long have you been using that?
Since I was like
Right.
off and on.
And when did you start? I mean, why did you start?
I've been on my own since I was 14 years old. I put myself to school till 11th grade. I went through a lot of things in my life, and you know what I mean. I had mental illness I didn't even know about, you know, and self-medicated, as you would say. And
So have you ever had a mental health diagnosis?
yes, ma'am.
And what is your mental health diagnosis?
Paranoid schizophrenia, bipolar, PTSD, manic depression, and anxiety.
Do you have any family
Yes,
support?
At the moment,
Mhm.
no, but if I get in touch with them and they, you know what I mean, they're more than willing to help me out in any way I'm helping myself out. If they see that, you know,
All right, how many, do you have any children?
yes,
And what are their ages?
17 and 14.
All right, when's the last time you had contact with them?
Before I got locked up,
What type of work have you done in the past?
everything. Build
Okay,
your
like
house.
what?
Well, my profession is a cook, but I've done paper float, framing, sheetrock.
Okay, I will tell everybody, tape and float and sheetrock, that is hard work.
Mhm.
But Sean, you know I did that once, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I used to do a lot of work with Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
So I participated in building a house from the ground up. I just prayed that this house would stand. There with engineers, you're thinking, hey, they know how to cut, they know how to measure. No. It was the hardest time for them to measure because, you know, you put the electrical in
Mhm.
and then you put in the sheetrock up, right?
Mhm.
And so you have the electrical outlet and you need to measure it so you can.
Yes, so you get it right on.
I was like, we can't be ruining sheetrock. This is season to us. Like, I will measure. So I know how difficult that is, and that's some
Yeah.
backbreaking work. I don't even know how they do it, especially when they have to get on the stilts too.
Yes.
You know what this is all
Yeah.
I had to do, and you knew what I was talking about.
Mhm. Man, real tough work, but yes, and there's build your house if you can. But my profession is cook, work on the Riverwalk, Republic of Texas, Landry.
Oh, what's your Landry's?
Yes,
What's your favorite meal over there that you work with?
Was the shrimp wrap, I think it was shrimp, with crab cake and bacon wrap.
Oh, well, that's something I haven't tried.
That does sound good.
Yes,
Yeah.
or
It's gonna
the,
ruin my diet, but I haven't tried it.
oyster Rockefeller.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good
Oh,
one.
look, everybody's like, oh, yeah, making everybody hungry. We just had fun, everybody calm down. All right, so you're currently in custody, so I'm gonna try to get you where you need to be so that you can be successful, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So this is what the court is gonna do. It's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. I'm gonna sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with Adrian Rodriguez, Kiana, Noel Martin.
Mhm.
I know I just messed up that name, but there's to be restitution, if any, to Adrian Rodriguez. And I'm quickly learning with this restitution thing. Norma,
Yes, sir.
on this one, we're gonna bring it back on December 2nd.
Yes,
State at that time, if there is restitution, that needs to be presented.
Yes, Your Honor.
So there'll be a restitution hearing on December 2nd. And of course, if it's determined that there is no restitution, then you all just let me know there's no restitution.
Will do.
There's to be no contact with this location.
You stay away.
Well, stay away from the condemned property.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's gonna be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm gonna order parenting classes. Once you complete the parenting classes, the restitution for community service will be deemed satisfied. There's gonna be proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. In custody, the following evaluations will take place. Felony drug court and a TAP evaluation. And follow the TAP recommendations if he's not accepted in the felony drug court. Because it's Tuesday, felony drug court may be able to see you this week, at the latest next week. TAP evaluation is usually about 2 weeks to get that done. Field visits. 1 time per month for 3 months. And we'll do an anger management course. Probation, is there anything else? Okay. All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
I was gonna say, I was gonna go to CACS and get, back into, I was trying to get, the social security.
All
And-
right, so what I'll do is I'm gonna do a referral to Center for Healthcare Services. But if you're accepted into felony drug court, and Mr. Munoz, if you can coordinate with them,
Yes.
if you're accepted there, they actually have a dual diagnosis program. So they'll be able to help you with mental health as well as drug issues. But you know, with mental health, they won't be able to tell you much about your mental health unless you're clean and sober. Then they'll be able to
Yes,
address those issues.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I understand from what you told me with the PTSD and everything, if you need some sort of grief counseling or something else is going on, just let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, let me know and we'll take care of it, okay?
Thank you very much. I
Okay.
really appreciate all your help.
All right, and there is an affirmative finding of deadly weapon.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this affirmative finding of deadly weapon, and also because you're on probation, you can't have any weapons, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a thank
Oh,
you.
God bless you too, I appreciate that.
Thank you. for your
Probation is gonna go over conditions with you, so you just have a seat in the box, and they'll go over those conditions with you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you, you too.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate the court's time.
Great, thank you. Larry Berry. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 3443, State of Texas versus Larry Everett Berry. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Todd Coronado.
And are you Mr. Berry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Larry Everett Berry who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 3443 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on November 16th, 2023 for a term of 2 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes. Lieutenant Barry, Everett Barry, within their, comply with the rules and regulations of felony drug court violation condition number 41.
How do you plead to that?
True.
Waive the remaining violation condition.
No objections, Your Honor. No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition 41, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility and up to $2,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 41?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 41 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, and the above individual on community supervision before the underlying sentence to 180.
That is agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, and why should I give him the minimum?
He would like to address that.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you out?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Larry Everett Barry.
All right, so why are you deserving 180 days?
Cause due to the fact, like, I got medical condition, I just got out the hospital a couple weeks ago. They diagnosed me, said that I got bronchitis, fungus, lung cancer, infection in my lungs. They did some autopsy, they did biopsy on my nose, but they cut a piece of my skin off too, and it's like, I've been doing everything that you told me to do. Complying. I have been doing my classes. I've been reporting to my probation officer, but now they changed my probation officer to.
Well, no,
somebody
because they're saying that you didn't comply with felony drug court rules. So what rules are they saying you
They-
didn't comply with?
Okay, the day that I went through, I was there at drug court. Sarah Fuentes asked for my phone. She just did her home visit at my house. And she said, everything I was doing good. I did my community service like Judge Glenn told me to do. I've been doing everything. I've been reporting to Center Healthcare. They just came to see me again. I'm supposed to see some lady named Miss Betty. She said they could report to her when I get out. But my probation officer, she said, let me see your phone. I gave her my phone. And then she set it down when she said I guess somebody must text my phone, ask to talk about some.
So what was in your phone?
She said something about some pills. That's what it was all about. There wasn't no pictures, no nothing. It was a he say, she say thing. And then
What do you mean, he say, she say?
whatever they said is what they trying to think I'm out there doing something. That's what exactly was over with.
All right, so here's the thing. I've been an attorney in felony drug court before. So if they found something on your phone, they actually showed it to you. So did
No,
they show?
they ain't show it to me. They came out and told me.
So you're telling me they didn't show you
No.
anything in your phone?
No.
So if they zoom in and want to testify, they're gonna say, we didn't show him his phone.
No, they didn't. They took my phone, went to the bank. The only person that came out and told me was some lady, Tammy told me. She said, yeah, somebody got some pills and this, they ain't showed me nothing was in my phone at all. They put me in a jury box and then judge me and say, you going to jail to further notice.
That just sounds very odd to me.
And they ain't showed me nothing they ain't showed me nothing in my phone.
All right, so here's my question. Do you want me to have someone from felony drug court zoom in? So we can see what's going on with this phone conversation or lack thereof?
You can, because
No, I mean, not I can. Is that what you all want?
Well, I believe he pledged true to the fact that he did not complete felony drug court. And that's where we're at now. So,
So do y'all want me to have someone zoom in from felony drug court to talk about this phone thing? Since he brought it up under, his speaking to the court.
sure.
Okay. All right, we'll have somebody from felony drug court zoom in. Vincent McCray.
Afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon.
It's a long drive today.
All right, so where are we on this case? All discovery received,
Yes, Judge.
and is he requesting jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
Engaged judge.
Sounds about right, Judge.
All right, Norm, I need a 2-day jury trial date. And you were late report, don't be late again, okay?
November 12th.
All right, your jury trial is gonna be November 12th. Once you sign the reset form, your excuse, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2338B and 2024 CR 2339B, State versus Mariano Rendon. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Larry Bloomquist for the defense.
Are you Mr. Mariano Rendon?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense has filed a motion for continuance in each of these cause numbers. The motion for continuance is not certified to. Any objections to the lack of certification?
No, Your Honor.
All right, any objections to the defense's motion for continuance?
No, Your Honor, the state would like to note that there are several co-defendants at both of the cases. The state would ask if before planning on wanting to try Mr. Rendon first of all the co-defendants.
All right, then this is gonna come back for trial on, y'all need to be back here on October 8th.
We can be ready by then, Judge.
All right, the court will grant the motion for continuance and you'll need to come back on October 8th.
Yeah, thank you,
All
Judge.
right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Tomas Hernandez? Okay. Yes,
Mr. Jimenez is going to be here with the municipal council.
okay. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 9028, State of Texas versus Tomas Hernandez. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
For the
Eddie
defense?
Eddie Garcia and Robert Jimenez for Mr. Hernandez.
All right, and are you Mr. Hernandez? Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I do have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. All right, is there going to be sentencing today or no?
There is, Judge. This is an amendment.
Okay.
You'll
all
see.
right. All right, have you reviewed what's entitled true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do waive the reading of the indictment, Judge.
Okay, just one moment. Okay, I see what we're doing now. Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. Proceeding on the lesser included unlawful carrying of weapons.
Any objection?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I need the signature on this, please. Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon?
Yes, ma'am.
That's applied to a misdemeanor. The range of punishment is up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you enter a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, he has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Hernandez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of unlawfully carrying of a weapon. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 7 days in the Bexar County Jail, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
No objection.
State you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you, or attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
No.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I would, Your Honor. For the last year, he has been a model citizen. He has started a landscaping business. As a matter of fact, he's hoping sometime this week to go get his DBA and get his business registered. He's got 2 children that he supports. He's married and supporting his family. He realizes that he made a terrible mistake. Assures me and will assure the court that it will never happen again. This experience, he's been to court. I think this is the 10th time he's appeared. So he's taken it very seriously. We're asking the court to follow the plea agreement.
All right, the court will follow the agreement, find you guilty, sentence you to 7 days in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for any time served. Does he have the credit for that?
He does, Your Honor.
All right, so you all are telling me that's a judgment satisfied. Did anybody look to see?
I did.
Yes, Judge, he has 7 days credit, so the judgment will be satisfied.
All right, that's a judgment will be satisfied. Did you review, Deputy McKee, you were ready?
Yes, Judge.
Did you
You're gonna
review
trigger.
the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal? With your attorney, did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go out the record. You are not allowed to possess any weapons.
No.
And let me just tell you, since you have children that you're taking care of, you need to be aware of who you're around,
Yes, ma'am.
because that impacts your children. You
Yes,
could have been
ma'am.
going to prison today.
I know that's what I was nervous about, but I had my faith in the man, but
Yeah, you have to, but then you got to do your part.
yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're
If y'all need power washing, painting, any of that stuff, let me know. I'm gonna have my products ready by this week.
All right, awesome. And you know, you can go straight to Bexar County Clerk Lucia Dummy Parks on that side and get your DBA. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today.
You can do that.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
sure. Oh, and Jason, while you were not here, I think they were saying that A&M was gonna lose to Texas. I'm not a part of that. I don't know what's going on.
That's a jinx.
Robert,
Have a good day,
Judge.
miss. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too. Have a good one.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I guess I can go. Let me go out there and talk to them for a few minutes. All right. Zadain Ali and Norma. I didn't say Norma. Vashawn, could you call Deanna and let her know about Mr. Barry? I said, could you? Thank you. Hello,
Hi, Judge. It's Zayden.
Zayden. Okay, one day I'm gonna get that right. So it's Zayden?
Zayden, yes, ma'am. It's with the AN.
Ah, okay. All right. So the defense has filed a motion for continuance in this case. Okay. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 3355, State of Texas versus Zayden Ali. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state,
Andrew Garcia.
for the defense?
Kurt Hoppy for defense.
And are you Mr. Ali?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me find you my docket sheet. All right, thank you. All right, so before we get into the motion for continuance, what time were you supposed to be here today? 1:30?
Oh, 9 a.m. 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're on time. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
He beat
So-
me here, Judge.
Hmm?
He beat me here.
Yeah, but that's not 9 a.m. What time were you here?
I was here about 9:20.
No, ma'am, I do take accountability because I was trying to find.
All right, so just make sure you're on time next time, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, defense has filed a motion for continuance. State, do you have objections? All right, so what's the reason for your motion for continuance?
My investigator, who's been appointed by this court, is a material witness in our case. He's unable to be here. He's in Denton County. So I'm not the only attorney he works for. They had some come up on Monday. So
All right. So Ms. Ferguson, recall this for, I see that he'll be available on October 7th.
Should be.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, recall this for October 8th.
Thank you,
Your
Judge.
motion for continuance will be granted.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See you next
You're
week.
welcome. Oh, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you. Just wait outside for me.
Judge, Ms. Emerald is on her way back to the office. She'll be calling us right now.
All right, thank you. All right, and then on your case,
Yes, Your Honor.
what is your, yes, what is your client's name?
Probably Green.
All right, let me see if I have that file. Let me just put this in the notes real quick. All right, thank you. Just give me one moment. So on Carly, let's go off the record, just one moment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have you back here tomorrow at 10. The jurors should be qualified probably by 10:30, but I want you here at 10 tomorrow. All right, any questions? Is there anything that we need to address before jury selection?
No, Your Honor, we have the standard motions in limine, but honestly, those can be taken up after and it's nothing extraordinary.
All right, and can you tell me, have you already done an election in case we get there?
We have not, but anticipate we're going to go to the jury since it is a 42A054 offense. That's only, and she is probation eligible.
Okay.
I don't think it would make a whole lot of sense to go to the, well,
No,
yeah, we
well,
have
I mean,
to,
if
yeah.
I don't have the ability.
Yes, ma'am.
Unless that's what you all decide. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow at 10. And Ms. Ferguson, if you can give them a reset for tomorrow at 10.
I'm just putting on my calendar. So you're closer than 9. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. You're fine. Take your time.
All right, David Garcia, are you ready on your case?
We are, Judge.
All right, could I see the file on Cristobal Gomez? All right, where is Cristobal Gomez?
He's sitting in the box.
Oh, come down. All right, Mr. Gomez, y'all are requesting jury trial, correct?
We are, Judge.
All right, so we will bring you back tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Happy, man, because I'm gonna prove to you that I'm innocent.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. Let me.
No,
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying that.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
prove to you that I'm innocent.
But let me just explain something.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not coming to the court for trial, so it will be jurors who will be sitting.
Yeah.
Since you're going to a jury trial instead of bench trial,
Mhm.
my role is just to listen to the evidence as they're listening to the evidence. And if your attorney has any objections or the state has any objections, to rule on it.
Mhm.
So the jurors will be making the determination on whether you're guilty or not guilty.
Oh, okay.
I always tell people jury trials, legally and technically, it's not a jury is finding you innocent necessarily.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make a determination of whether or not the state proved their case or not beyond a reasonable doubt. If they find that the state didn't prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, then it'll be a not guilty.
Also, I might better speak for myself.
That will be between you and your attorney, whether or not you choose to testify.
Yeah.
That's something, that's
Okay.
something you'll discuss with your attorney.
Okay.
I'm not in charge of, you
Yeah.
know, who's called as witnesses or not.
Yeah.
What I can tell you, the defense doesn't have to call any witnesses if they choose not to, because they don't have to prove anything.
Oh, okay.
The burden is with the state and it never shifts.
Okay.
Now, if your attorney and you decide you're gonna call witnesses, then that's up to y'all. If you and your attorney speak about it and you decide you want to testify, then that's completely up to you whether or not you testify. Understand?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so here's my other question with regards to this. If you were found guilty, have you done an election of punishment?
Oh, we had.
I'll look through the file. I don't have one in my file, so if you could do that.
I'll sit and speak with him, Judge,
All right.
so we
Deputy,
can do it today.
all right, Deputy Laura Cristobal is gonna come back, Gomez, and he's gonna come back dressed for trial.
Yes, Judge.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
I wanted to tell you too that I have 200,000 followers on TikTok. So.
Okay, here's the thing. I have nothing to do with
Oh, no,
this.
I just wanted to hide it in.
I don't need to know this information.
No, you're good.
All right, thank you. Once in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegation in the motion, not the fact that you are on community supervision. Do you understand? All right, because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
So I got 16 months or 6 months
16.
credit with, like,
I'm legally, I must give you credit for any time that you've already served, so you'll receive credit for that.
that way I get credit like that 80-20 or something, like,
Oh, what will end up happening is I'll receive something, and if I think you're deserving of that, then I will give it. If I don't think you're deserving of it, you will not receive it.
so this is like state jail or TDC.
Yeah, this is state jail time, and state jail time is day for day. All right, good luck to you. And he's saying that he has medical issues, so I'll,
I do, they got me.
He's got the, so,
I just came from University Hospital, that's what they sent me to. They got me on medication for the next 3 months.
I'll put you therapeutic community with for medical. All right,
Yeah, I'm sorry I messed up. I mean, I take full responsibility though, plus I got a baby on the way.
but here's the thing, you came before me and you were not taking full responsibility. You were being dishonest with me.
No, I was doing everything you told me to do, ma'am. I did. I was doing all.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me ask you this.
They just,
Did I tell you to sell drugs? No, I did not.
but I wasn't selling.
That's what you
drugs.
were doing.
No, I wasn't.
So-
I wasn't selling no drugs.
All right, so that's the court sentence, and you had a chance to do well in felony drug court. That's a great program. But you chose other paths, so that's why you're going to the state jail facility now for 16 months. And if you do have a child on the way, I would suggest that you change your life so that you can be someone that your child can be proud of. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
So I'll be-
Your attorney will let you know. Thank you.
like, I don't have excuse.
Yes, you may be excused.